There's been an idea floated around that the Minnesota Vikings could be pursuing Justin Fields at quarterback. How do I feel about this? Well, I'm not really sure. There's a bunch of options or a bunch of ways the Vikings can go about this, but let's dive into this why the Vikings could be pursuing Justin Fields. But first, shout out to our affiliate partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these mini helmets, feel free to hit the link I have pinned in the comment section. It's also in the description, and use promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. They have NFL helmets, college helmets, fully customizable ones, and they also have helmets you can actually wear on a football field. So if you're a college student, high school student, you need a new helmet, Green Gridiron is the place for you. Or if you just want a gift for somebody, maybe something cool to hang in the house because you're a fan of a team, Green Gridiron has basically everything you need. They have the helmets, okay? If you want one, these things are sweet. They look awesome, great quality. I highly recommend it. Hit that link in the comment section or the description and use promo code MINSYN, MINSYN at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. And if they have a current deal going on, you can actually stack that promo code to receive even more off of your final purchase. So let's get into it. Justin Fields, Minnesota Vikings, will it work? What's going on? Let's talk about it. The Minnesota Vikings, okay, have three legitimate options at quarterback currently on the roster for the top two spots in the position group next year, though a fourth name has recently floated as a potential addition in the coming months. Sam Darnold was the starter all year, earning a 14-3 record and leading Minnesota to the playoffs. Now, JJ McCarthy was the number 10 pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, but sat out his rookie campaign due to a knee injury. The New York Giants cut former starter Daniel Jones midseason, who picked Minnesota as his next destination. Now, there is a reasonable chance that both Darnold and Jones are playing elsewhere in 2025 by some combination of free agency and or a trade, which would leave the Vikings with an inexperienced JJ McCarthy and no legitimate backup or competition for the starting job should he struggle. Now, Brad Gagnon of Bleacher Report on January 22nd floated the idea of Minnesota pursuing former Chicago Bears quarterback and current Pittsburgh Steelers signal caller Justin Fields in free agency. Here's what he said. Maybe Fields will never be a classically elite quarterback, but in the right environment, he could absolutely work as a game-changing offensive weapon on a consistent basis. Imagine him in a special role with the Vikings, for example. Okay. Now Fields played out the final season of his 4-year, $19 million rookie contract in 2024, going 4-2 as the Steelers starter before the team ended up replacing him with Russell Wilson. Now, for his career, Fields has thrown for nearly 7,800 yards, 45 touchdowns, and 31 interceptions, while rushing the football for 2,509 yards and 19 touchdowns. So Spotrac actually projects Fields' market value at around $9 million on a new year or on a new 1-year contract, which would keep Minnesota's cost at quarterback far lower in 2025 and potentially beyond than if the team chose to extend Sam Darnold on a multi-year deal. So the Vikings have many options here, right? We have obviously the Sam Darnold option, right? We could extend Sam Darnold, give him a contract, right? 3 years, waste a bunch of money, eat up the cap space a little bit, but he proved that he can win ball games in this organization or for this organization, right? 14-3, lose a playoff game. It is what it is, but he's proven, okay? Or we can decide to go a different route. We can let Sam Darnold walk. Maybe we keep Daniel Jones on the roster. Okay, we don't receive a compensatory pick because he wouldn't leave in free agency, so that would be a bummer. But he's a proven starter in this league. He's been to the playoffs before. He beat our Minnesota Vikings once. Maybe he's an option we could go with. He'd probably be on the cheaper end as well, cheaper than Sam Darnold would be because he did end up getting cut. Unless I'm not sure how his current contract, because he did sign that 4-year contract extension with the Giants. I'm not sure, or I'm pretty sure that contract is now basically voided. The Giants have to owe him this guaranteed money and he can sign a new contract if I'm not mistaken, right? But that's one route. So there's 2 routes right there. A third route, okay, we stick with JJ McCarthy. He's the starting quarterback, but we have to go sign somebody in free agency. Who's that somebody going to be? Well, Justin Fields would be one option. I've seen Russell Wilson could be another option. There's multiple quarterbacks out in the free agency market that the Vikings can take a look at and potentially add to the roster. So if I'm looking at this, right, us as Minnesota Vikings fan, we know what we want. JJ McCarthy. That is exactly what everybody in this fan base wants to happen next season. We want to see what JJ McCarthy has. It's time for him to take the reins and lead us to the promised land. It is the JJ McCarthy era. But he's really unproven, right? He was injured his entire rookie season, so we have to look forward to something else. We need competition. We need somebody to go in there and give him a run for his money, which would suck, right? Because we did waste a 10th overall pick on him. So if somebody beats him out, we're all going to be like, oh, great. So we wasted a 10th overall pick on a quarterback that isn't going to cut it, right? It is what it is. It's the NFL. It's a business. But if Justin Fields is out there and the Minnesota Vikings see fit that that's somebody that they would want to pursue, I'd be okay with it. The Vikings haven't really had a running quarterback since Fran Tarkenton. He led us to 4 Super Bowls, I'm pretty sure. Okay, now I'm not saying that was back in the day. It's a completely different ball game right now. I'm not saying Justin Fields would do that because he has not had a great start to his career. Not a lot of Ohio State quarterbacks have, other than C.J. Stroud, really. But I think it would be a viable option for the Minnesota Vikings to look at. Why not bring Justin Fields in to at least be the backup? Potentially start a couple games if he needs to. But right now, as much as I'm concerned, it's the JJ McCarthy era. All we're doing right now, or all the Vikings should be doing now, is looking for a viable option as the backup quarterback behind JJ McCarthy. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skol Vikes.